Hey everybody, Donnie Baseball here, and today we are going to compare the contents between my retail box that I opened and my hobby box I opened previously on the channel. So I guess we'll start off with the retail box. I mean, these are pretty similar. Like you got a few more cards in a retail box. A lot of the big rookies though, the better rookies, couple Bobbies, couple Julios. So these are just the base. Obviously the base is not what we're looking for, but it counts nickel and diamond nonetheless. So we will go, I guess, section by section. So we got a bunch of the all-star games. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I mean, they're cool. Not a whole lot of value to them. I mean, the ones you're looking for, like the Julios and the other, I mean, just the Julio, basically. And maybe Mike Trout and Ohtani. And then we got the 35th anniversary. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of those. I got no rookies of that, actually, in my retail box, which is pretty unlucky. But you got 6 of those. A couple of the Generation Nows. We got 2 of those. We got a Seiya Suzuki and a Bobby, so that's not bad. We got 1 black gold, 1 die cut. So these are just the inserts. Figure out, just make these, put these into the video. So we got a Ronald Acuna Jr. and a Sandberg on those. Put this face down, actually. And then we got 3 Chrome Stars of MLB. Again, not a ton of values to these. If you can get the Julio, that's the one you're looking for. It's tough to get these that are centered. Like you can see this Torkelson's way off center. You got a Mackenzie Gore. And so 3 Chromes. It is what it is. You're not going to get, like, you don't really looking for the Chromes or whatever. But we got 2 Paragons of the postseason and a parallel of the Paragons of the postseason. So got a Jeter blue. It's got a scratch, but nonetheless, we got a blue parallel. So our total parallels, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 total parallels. So we got the blue Jeter, got a rainbow foil. Let me see if I can separate the rainbow foils. Got 3 rainbow foils. 3 rainbow foils. So 2 blues, 2 golds, 1 numbered parallel, which was the icy green of Jose Miranda. So that was our big hit of the box, honestly. And then we also got the SP, which is coming out of these boxes, I think 1 in every like 3 out of every, or 2 out of every 3 boxes almost. So we got an SP of Nolan Ryan. That's a cool one. But just based off the sheer numbers of the parallels, I thought this was a decent-ish box. No crazy low-numbered stuff. Seen a few videos on this, but 9 parallels nonetheless is kind of a lot. And let's compare that to our hobby box. Again, a lot of the rookies. And then you also get the silver pack in the hobby box. I got an all rookie pack, but again, none of like the big rookies. Got a Brian De La Cruz is nice, and a George Kirby, which is nice. So you get those. That pack itself is basically like $20. So if you can get a hobby box at Lids, it's kind of the same price if you don't include the silver pack. We got a Trout relic, which you're gonna get a relic about 3/4 of the time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of the All-Star games. So I think that's pretty similar to what it was. Got 2 black golds, 1 Paragons of the postseason versus 3. Got 2 die cuts versus the 1. Got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of these. I think there was 8 of these. We only got 1 rookie, so I still think that was pretty unlucky. And then we got 1 Generation Now. Sleeve's kind of weird, but of Lodolo. And then let's get to our parallels. Our parallels is what we're really looking for. You want to get a big rookie in your parallels, but I mean, you're going to take shots. Obviously, not every box is going to be a banger. So you want to get as many parallels as you can. So we got rainbow foil, 2 rainbow foils. There's a third. So we got 3 rainbow foils. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to separate these. So let's do this. 3 rainbow foils for our hobby box. There's a gold. There's 2 golds. We got a vintage stock and an SP, as well as our relic. And we got the silver pack mojos. So we got the silver pack mojos. Let's see if I can do this without. Sorry, we got total amateur hour. We got 1. There's 3 rainbow foils. Let's just overlap them, I guess. Sorry, guys. Sorry for taking your time here. We got a blue, 2 blues. So the blues you're not going to get in a hobby box. The blues are going to be retail exclusive. And then we got 2 golds, 1, and then an SP. So if you count the parallels here, you're only getting 6 parallels out of your hobby box. And you get 9 plus, and you get an SP. You got an SP in both. So, and you have a chance at, like a decent chance of getting a relic in your retail box. Probably 1 out of every 2, if I were to guess. And an auto, even rarer, but I don't know if the trade-off for the silver pack, obviously you can get some massive, massive hits out of the silver packs, but they're rare. They're very rare. So if I can figure out like where the value of the hobby box is, I mean, at 110, you're not going to go wrong, but at 150 or 140, probably still want to pay $90 for the retail box. I'm going to see if I can pull up the numbers, and yeah, hopefully we can come through this a little bit deeper. So let's just go to the numbers and we'll see what's up. So if you take a look at the odds that I put together here, so this is only the hobby box, hobby pack odds, and the retail box pack odds. So I pulled these from the back of the pack of each one. So for royal blue, obviously that's not in a hobby box. That's only in retail boxes or retail products. So that's about a 1 in 10 chance to pull a blue. For rainbow foil and pretty much every other parallel that's in retail, you can see that there's a pretty, I wouldn't say huge difference, but a little bit of a difference between the retail box having better odds to pull parallels than the hobby box are. So the only ones that their hobby packs actually have an advantage is the black and the clear, because they're not in retail products. So if you're going to go strictly off of like a odds standpoint, you would probably want to pull retail boxes because you get more parallels. Now on the flip side, there might be a higher ceiling with the hobby box because you get like the silver pack, you get the chance at a black and a clear, and you get a guaranteed relic or auto. And more often than not, I kind of calculated the odds here. This is just like the relic and auto odds are basically speculation. They say like about 3 out of every case has, so 1 out of every 4 boxes has an auto. So I did the odds on my own and calculated that. For the retail box, I calculated the odds. This is just the base MLB materials and the all-star stitches. Those are just the base relics that I calculated. So 1 about every 100 packs. I had a really hard time calculating the auto odds for a retail box. Just because there's so many parallels, and it didn't really have a base auto odds on the pack itself, so I didn't calculate that. But as you see, you can see the odds and what we got. So in our hobby box, you can see that we got 3 rainbow foils when you expect 2.4 out of every box. So we beat the odds there. We got 2 golds when you get 1.7. So beat the odds there. We got a vintage stock, which is a really good low number parallel. Of course, it wasn't of the right player that we wanted, but we did get a vintage stock, which is an awesome parallel. And we also got an SP, which is surprisingly, I found it's like 1 in 42 packs. So one in every like three, you get a SP in like 2 out of every 3 boxes almost, a little bit less than that. I thought it was pretty much 1 per box, but when I calculated the odds, it's different. Where the odds for an SP of a retail box are, you can see it's 9% better to do the odds of an SP. So you get like it's truly 2 out of every 3 boxes in a retail box, and we got an SP in both boxes, which is awesome. But we got a relic, of course, that's guaranteed. So the odds are 75% chance to get a relic, pretty much. Um, where the retail box is about 1 in every 4 boxes, 24% chance to get a relic. So if you look at our retail box parallels, we got 2 of the normal royal blues, and we got 1 of the paragons of the postseason, which was the Jeter royal blue or the royal blue paragons of the postseason. Got 3 rainbow foils, which we expected. Rainbow foil odds for the retail box is 1 in 8, so that's much better than the hobby box. And then we got a green foil, which you're going to get about 50% of the time. That's going to be your low numbered parallel, which is kind of a bummer, but it is what it is. And we got an SP. So, and then on the right, I kind of just put like what is retail only. We got Stars of MLB Chrome. We got 3 Stars of MLB Chromes, and we didn't get any blacks or clears, but those are pretty long odds. But that does give you a little bit more upside. So we'll go to the next slide, which shows the pros and cons of each. In the hobby, you have a higher ceiling, which is a pro. With the black and clear parallel, if you can get a rookie, one of the right rookies in that parallel, you're talking much, much bigger money than the parallels you can get out of retail. So obviously, there's a number of normal parallels in retail, but the hobby only parallels like the black and the clear, they seem to carry some big money. The clear, I think, is out of 10, right? So if you can get a clear Julio, that is insanity. And then also one of the pros for hobby is the silver pack. Silver pack on its own, if you were just to take the pack and sell it, it's about $20, which is a big value, which in the market, you're probably better off selling the silver pack than you are pulling it. But the chase, you can get something huge out of a silver pack. Like you can get an auto, you can get a parallel of like a Julio, which the Mojos look sweet, and people really want the Mojos. And then the other pro is you get a guaranteed relic or auto. More often or not, it's going to be a relic, but you still get a guaranteed hit. That's just the way of it. Even though it's more likely going to be a cheap relic coming down to the con. So the cheap relic more often than not, but you get yourself a better chance of pulling something bigger. The cons for the hobby box, more expensive, less parallels, so you have worse odds than the retail box. For the retail box, that's one of the pros. It's less expensive, right? And you get more parallels. So you don't get the silver pack, which cuts your ceiling a little bit, but you get more parallels and it's less money. So when you're looking at it, there's going to be more low end parallels, but the chance that you get like a Julio rainbow foil is going to be a little bit higher. Now, the give and take is if you really like the silver pack mojos, then I would go hobby. Just makes sense that way because silver pack mojos are going to bring a little bit higher price if you can get a parallel of a rookie or an auto of someone big, like a rookie or like Jeter, Mariano, guys like that. So the other con of the retail box is there's no guaranteed hits. Now, when you're doing retail rips, you're still going to hit relics a decent amount of the time. But I think everyone that's ripping cards nowadays, they're not really going for relics. And more often than not, the relic will probably be $5 or less unless you get a numbered one of a top tier player. So like maybe like an Otani, a Trout, a Judge. If you don't get like a parallel relic of those guys, it's probably not going to be worth a lot of money. So I think if you're going to try and get more parallels of better players, you're better off going the retail box. So that's just my opinion. Other people can see it different. I think the silver pack is the intriguing part because it's really hit or miss. Like, and that's that I think hobby versus retail is gonna be a little bit better floor for the retail than there is the hobby. So just because you get more parallels, I don't think that one is necessarily better than the other. They just have different things that is better than the other one. So you get the silver pack, get a guaranteed hit in the hobby box, gives it a little bit higher ceiling. So you can get that big home run hit. Whereas the retail, you can still get the big home run, but there's just going to be more parallels, more lower end parallels like the blue, which are really hard to grade. They come out with issues a little bit more often. And then you get the rainbow foils as the other more prevalent parallel. So if you guys enjoyed this odds going over what I got in my retail box and what I got in my hobby box, hit that thumbs up. I'll see you guys next time. This is Donnie Baseball. Peace.